Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video we are going to be talking about Smile 2 and talking about that ending, because Smile 2, yes, it's obviously a sequel to the original Smile, which was a very unique horror film which got a lot of positive praise from the public, and it warranted a sequel, and that sequel has recently released, and we're going to be talking about it today because it's kind of sort of like a carbon copy, except for in terms of all the twists and hallucinations and all of that trippy stuff that we were used to in the Smile franchise. Smile 2 takes it to the next level, and I want to talk about that final act a little bit more. So with all that being said, let's get into the video and talk about it, because honestly, I was kind of gobsmacked, even though I could kind of guess from just knowing from the first one that this was going to be the exact same thing. So, yeah, let's get into the video. Let's talk about Smile 2 because, yeah, there's certainly a lot to say about it. So, yeah, let's get into the video. So, Smile 2 is kind of, well, it is pretty much a carbon copy of the original. So, the main protagonist is a singer, Sky Riley, who has recently been back in the spotlight after taking a year out after she she was addicted to drugs and alcohol, and that substance abuse led to a car crash which killed off her partner, who was a famous actor. And now she's back in the spotlight. Obviously, she's gearing up for a world tour. So there's a lot of promotion, and because of the accident, she's suffering with back pain. So she goes to get some medicinal help from an old school friend called Lewis. And he helps her out. Well, he claims to help her out, but he's very paranoid. And whilst he goes to go and sort out the medication, he comes out the room screaming. And then all of a sudden, he's smiling very sinisterly, and he decides to take his own life in front of Sky, which leads to, yes, the curse from the original getting passed on to Sky. So Sky begins seeing some very crazy things. Not everything is how it seems. She is constantly stalked by an unknown entity, taking forms of various loved ones, strangers, and because of her popularity, fans as well. Literally everywhere she goes, she is being greeted by this sinister entity that is constantly smiling at her. And then this leads to the realization that, yes, this is a curse, but she does get some, well, what she believes help from a guy who is a former surgeon who had, well, it was his brother who was previously a victim of the curse, and he didn't believe his brother at the time, and obviously when his brother did pass and he started noticing similar things happening to other people, he was like, okay, I need to break this curse. So he gets in contact with Sky, and Sky is originally hesitant to get involved with this scheme, which involves temporarily stopping her heart to starve this curse. But she gets involved. But this is where things get very interesting, because obviously the main topic of this video is to talk about the ending, because yeah, Sky believes that she is finally taking on this demon, and she injects herself with the injection, which she is told that will slow down her heart rate or stop her heart completely, so she can basically starve out this curse and get rid of the demon. But none of it's real. Yeah, the final act, it is very hard to tell what is real or what's not, because we do previously see Sky in a rehabilitation centre where she has a pretty tense argument with her mother, and her mom is seemingly possessed by the curse and proceeds to stab herself with a piece of broken glass. And then Sky is covered in blood, and she runs out the hospital. And that's where she bumps into her friend Gemma, who then is also seemingly possessed, and then it's revealed that she drives herself to meet Morris, who is the surgeon, to get this procedure underway. underway. But it is then revealed in another plot twist that none of that was real, and in fact, Skye is actually about to go and start the first day of her world tour, which is when things get absolutely bizarre and the curse becomes, well, it finally becomes full circle. And just like we've seen in the original and in Skye 2 as well, that in Skye 2, sorry, Smile 2, that Skye does indeed take her own life. But this leads to something very, very interesting compared to the original. Bar the, what I thought anyway, was bad CGI for the actual monster for the Smile Demon. This is where a bit of a twist happens, and unlike the original and other instances where the curse is passed on, obviously Skye being a celebrity, she's performing the concert. You know, the screens in the background, there's a lot of people in the arena, like seriously a lot, because obviously, you know, she's a mainstream celebrity, she's a mainstream singer, performer. There's a lot of people watching, and they all watch her basically pass on the curse, which means that, well, by the logic of the Smile franchise, every single person in that arena has now got the curse, which means that curse could potentially take over the world, maybe within time. Perhaps, you know, there's going to be a lot more instances of people acting, you know, erratically and doing a lot of disgusting things, and therefore losing their lives to this really haunting demon, a very strong creature that can't be defeated. So, wow, I guess that means a Smile 3, if it does happen, will probably deal with the fallout of this. But I honestly don't think anything could really top that ending, like, because literally it would be the entire world, well, the entire world eventually will get all that trauma, but for now the entire arena will get that trauma, because the thing is, with the victims of the Smile curse, they are all suffering with various forms of trauma, or, you know, all struggling in life in one degree or another, like whether that be drug abuse or suffering with childhood trauma, and that's now being passed on to like a mainstream audience. So how that's going to be interpreted, who knows? But from looking at the logic of the Smile franchise, it does look like that, yeah, every single member of the audience, and perhaps even people watching it if it's being streamed, are going to be subdued to that curse. So who knows what's going to happen there. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe, and let me know, what did you think of Smile 2? Did you watch the original as well? And what do you think of these films? And I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for all the support. Take care, love you all, and peace.